Take the risk. Hi. Today's 1.276. It is the second video from today. I've already spent my upper register time, so you're gonna have to bear with my lower register time, which it's not that bad. I mean, shit. Anyway, why the second video? Because about maybe an hour or two ago, this lovely envelope arrived, and I've got the sun from over here, which I'm just gonna have to deal with it because it's been cloudy. Okay, we need the sun. Okay, but yeah, opening. Let's open it. Let's get to it. What the hell? What to expect? Maybe this was in my letter. And yeah, and I jokingly said it. Let me adjust this again. Sorry, bear with. I jokingly expected, like, I would open this up like a can of peanuts and a little plastic snake would jump out and would say, "Ha ha, psych, fooled you." But that was not the case. So let me close my marker here and just make sure everything is cool. And we'll just kind of go through this lovely stack together. This is the stuff that came. So, I mean, kind of pretty, about maybe 30, 40 pages at tops. And I'll just go through it. And I'm not going to share anything that you don't already know. So, cover letter on the top, dated from the office. You have been scheduled for surgery on such and such a date at such and such a place. You might need to be seen prior to that at the pre-operative clinic, okay, which will make a star mentally because we're going to come back to this later, but let's keep on going through here. A little bit of instructions as to admitting, parking, etc., etc. Nothing big deal. If you've had any changes to your insurance, please contact us ASAP to provide us the new information. And then in bold print, it says, do not eat anything after midnight the night before your surgery. And so that right there made me just relax, because then I realized, okay, this isn't a joke. This is going to happen, okay? Up until that point, I really expected, I don't know the right verbiage, but after reviewing your you are no longer eligible. We cannot help you. Blah blah blah. I mean that. Please, I'm not a cynic. I'm not a pessimist. I've had this happen, not to this extent. I've never gotten this far before, but I do not want to buy into this because I really set myself up for failure. I was in such a hurry last year. And I know I can say that to anyone now who's thinking about GCS, and I could tell you, slow down, take it slow, and you'd be like, fuck you, bitch. I understand. You got to do what you got to do. Okay? Again, we're going to get some sun on me, and that's okay. So, here we go. Page 2. Next page. Okay. Due to your surgery, you have to have some testing done prior to admission to ensure that you are fit and ready for surgery. This is me. Ensure that I'm fit. Please complete the appointment. Okay, I'm sorry. Failure to complete this appointment will result in the cancellation of your surgery. So again, yeah, no shit. Have it. And then the date and the time of where it's at, which for me is going to be in 3 weeks. An early part of March. I won't tell you the exact day, just to keep you in suspense. However, this is a new wrinkle. This is new. I didn't know about this. This was our star from earlier. So, yeah. So I'll be back up in my surgeon's office in 3 weeks for this test. Okay. We'll get to that later. That's it for that. Okay. Let us know if you can't make it. Going further down, next is a map. This really would have been handy for my last appointment because it shows where the the doctor's office is, and whatnot. No worries though, it's all good. Glad to have it. Glad to have it. Okay. Now this next thing looks to be about 5 pages long, double-sided, so maybe 10 pages. And this is just the general information from the hospital itself. You know, date of your surgery, scheduled time. You'll be on general anesthetic. And then I'm just going to go through this real quick. And, you know, last minute reminder. I'm just going to read the bolded text. Okay, last minute reminders. Again, you know, don't eat or drink anything after midnight. So, I mean, this is like, holy shit, it's on. It's on. It's on, motherfucker. It's on. If you're taking herbs, stop taking herbs. I'm not on herbs. When I hear herb, I think of like weed, marijuana, which I'm not on. Doing any herbs, you know, no herbs. If you're Mario or Luigi, no more mushrooms. Sorry. Let's see, blood thinners. You will not be allowed to drive yourself home. Okay, and then other things. The next section is about before surgery, some pre-surgery instructions, the day of surgery, admission instructions. You got to arrive 2 hours before the surgery. So this is going to be a long-ass day. And that's okay. Parking, talk about consent. Do you have a living will? Preparation for surgery, clothing, waiting room, valuables, jewelry, dentures, glasses, contacts. And then it says here, this is what I had to put a star on. It says makeup or nail polish. Pardon me. Do not wear any makeup, including eye makeup, the day of your surgery. You can do that. I did ask a question because it says here, please remove nail polish from one finger of each hand for monitoring purposes. And I have these acrylic nails on my fingers. And so I sent a question to the coordinator saying, okay, I can take off the nail polish, but you're still going to have this fake nail on top. If they need somehow to have, I mean, I don't know what comes through your fingernail anyway, as far as oxygen. I don't know. We'll see what they say. All right, next big section, it says recovery room information, and just some stuff about what it is in the recovery room, what your family can expect. Discharge instructions, call our office if anything changes. So pretty straightforward, probably generic information. Could be for really any, I mean, this could be for any surgery, your foot, pancreas, elbow. I mean, that's really, really general. Next thing is a little packet, and this is probably about 6 pages double. It's about 12 pages total. And this is a guest guidebook from the hospital itself. And just, again, this is very generic, what to expect during your stay. And, you know, it's one of those things where I guess it makes sense in a way, how they did it. I don't know why when I have my own preferences for, I don't like double-sided stuff anyway, but, you know, sometimes people double-side it, and then depending on where they put the staple, it's easier to read. I'd rather just have it single-sided, and that's probably wasteful. But anyway. Who am I to complain? Preventing infection, family and guest visiting guidelines. So again, this is very, very general. Talk about mail. They have a chapel. They have a spiritual channel on channel 3, which I think is pretty damn awesome. They have Roman Catholic. They have Catholic Mass every day at 11. And boy, I love Mass. I mean, in all sincerity, back when I was a Catholic, I went to daily Mass and I loved it. I loved it. But I think we'll skip Mass there at that point. Okay, so far pretty darn generic. This next thing's pretty cool, and it's only it's like a 4-page book, and it's about ProCare, which is only available through IU, Indiana University Health, and this is really kind of cool. It's a concierge service. which is basically a person who helps to listen to these services. This is kind of cool. While you're there, your concierge will help you with city information, maps and directions, reservations, which is what I'm going to use them for. I've already got a call into them. Errand running to the post office. Hey, not too bad. Meal delivery, any restaurant within 5 miles. Laundry service, not too bad. This really threw me for a loop. Automotive services, mechanics, mobile wax, and detailing. So, shit, while you're having your coochie done, get some pinstripes on that Corvette that they always said was a symbol of a male midlife crisis. I don't have a Corvette. Sorry. I have a 2006 Toyota that is hanging on to life. But anyway, but again, a map of hotels and their rates. Apparently, they have contracted with different hospitals in the area and up to 60% off. So definitely worth doing. I've got some calls in. I noticed on the little map guide that some of the hotels offer a free shuttle service, which will be good not on the first day, but afterwards for my folks. Because if I have to be there 2 hours early, that means I have to be at the hospital at 5:30 in the morning, and that's before the shuttle gets there. So it may be a taxi ride over to the hospital. We'll see. We'll see. And then here's the last thing. Here's what you've all been waiting for, the lovely pink and blue. This is about 20 pages. It's double-sided, but that's the page count. And this is a thing about gender affirmation surgery, part 1. And this is really kind of cool. It's really neat to... I contacted this office last year. I mean, because I was going to have surgery last year, right? And to see how this packet has developed over the last year has been really kind of cool. This is a very nice finished product, very well written, very educational, and I'll just run through some little stuff real quick. Introduces the physician, talks about procedures offered, some information that you'll get a smile at in a minute, I promise. Talked about hair removal, okay, and different doctors are going to have different things, so it's good to know what your doctor wants. This lovely graphic, which I've shown you before in my channel, of where hair has to be removed by electrolysis. Okay, here we go. This page is about BMI, or your body mass index, and this is what was a stumbling block for me a year ago. You have to have a BMI no higher than 30. And the reason being, according to the paper here, this is because of the risks of possibly life-threatening complications increase when a patient is overweight. These complications include infections, blood clots, injury to the bladder, and bowel. Okay. Your safety is our utmost concern. It's a strict requirement. Okay, so that's that. At this time, I don't know what my current BMI is. I've been eating lots of salads and whatnot to get me back down to my pre-surgery weight, or my pre-consult weight. So I have a little bit of a challenge there, but we're gonna do it. We've got a good 3 weeks, and I can eat a shitload of salad. So, all right, so that's that. And then, and again, every doctor is going to be different, but I really like the way they've written this out. They have a section on, I have insurance, so what's next? And instructions to follow if you have insurance. And then a page later, they have instructions if you don't have insurance, okay, and what it would be to mean out of pocket. And so a year ago, I really liked having this information up front, and it took a lot of questions out of it. So again, that is really, really, really cool. And then instructions on how to schedule a consult. So this really is more of a first packet, what to do. The WPATH standards of care, your letter requirements, scheduling surgery, talks again the process of a predetermination. I mean, a lot of good information that, again, it's nice to have it written in front of you. How long do I have to stay in the hospital? General pre-op information. Really good stuff there. You have to stop your meds 2 weeks out. Bowel prep, and it says here there'll be a further booklet that's coming, part 2, with really more in detail instructions. I've already been given by this office, the instruction, the scripts to buy the stuff that makes you poop, the citrus nitrate, I think. Okay, talked a little bit more about that. Does say for a vaginoplasty you will not be able to drive for several weeks, and that is going to be a bit of a challenge, but we're going to cross that when we get there. My mom, bless her heart, and you want to fly out date and you want a flight return date. You want to book them. I understand people like to book them at the same time. But I really am thankful that my mom today said, you know what, let me just book the incoming flight, and then we'll see where you're at, and we'll book the outgoing flight. So that is, for that. Because I really was kind of worried. I might find that I can drive after 2 weeks, but what if I can't, So, okay. I thought I had some cool stuff on here. Dilation. This is one of them. There's 2. Dilation, the big commitment. Your new vagina is created in a space that was not previously there and lined with your own tissue. Your body is very good at healing itself and will always try to close down this space if the new vagina isn't taken care of properly. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Like your new vagina. Okay. And a little further down it said, douching. Because your vagina is lined with skin, douching becomes an important part of taking care of it. We recommend you purchase a douche kit. Douching can be incorporated into your shower routine using soap and water. Okay. So, again, okay. What a blessing, what a thing to be thinking. All of the years that I have made fun of the Massengill commercials, where the family, this is from the 80s. The family's eating dinner. You have the father, the son, the mom, and the daughter. And the daughter, they're eating spaghetti, and the daughter just goes, Mom, do you ever get that not so fresh? It's Massengill, or what? Summer's Eve? I don't know. But it made me laugh. It was like karma, or not karma will get you, but all the years I made fun of it. Guess who has to douche? Me. And you too, if you get GCS. So that was really, that made me smile. So yeah, to go buy some douche. And I must have missed it in here. I must have missed the other one. I'll go ahead and close. And that's it for the packet that came today. But the other thing talked about being prepared for after your surgery. And it said we recommend you have lots of maxi pads for day and nighttime use. And that was the other thing that just brought a smile to my face. Excuse me, to keep up with the tea. That's what brought a smile to my face was, maxi pads and douche. This, oh my gosh, this is going to happen. I hope. Knock on wood. But I mean, we just have to get through this, and then I have to get through this appointment on the 7th, and that, I guess there's still. I mean, you give a mouse a cookie, it wants a glass of milk, which has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to say next, but not an idle brain is the devil's playground, which is also true, but doubt comes in. It's like, okay, I'm going to get to this 7th appointment, and they're going to look at me and go, oh no, you're not good, you can't have surgery. And the only thing I can think of is not losing the weight that I'm going to have to lose. So that said, I think that's it. So I have sent some questions to the surgical consult. I've reached out to my mom. I've reached out to the concierge. If I don't hear back from them tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and call the hotels and book my own rooms. And I mean, this is coming together. Whew. Thank goodness. And I'd like to say this has been a 2-year process. Okay? This has been a 2+ year process. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm guilty of it. I did it last year. I went too fast. No one could tell me what to do. People would say, slow down, you're going too fast. And I wouldn't listen. So I understand, my friends. I understand. You're excited. I'm excited. Take it slow if you can. I know that's hard to do. Make sure you have all your cross your T's and dot your I's, and not enjoy the ride, but there's no point in rushing unless you find out you're gonna die and you have 3 months to live, or 6 months to live, or a year to, and maybe not even then. But I understand. We want it now. I mean, we're Veruca Salt. I want it now. And I understand that. But I know last year, boy, I set myself up, and when it didn't happen, bad mojo. Well, so that's all I got, believe it or not. And so again, that's it. And that was what this video was about. And we will go from there. So I wish everyone good luck. And again, as I've said many moons ago, and I don't have mine handy, if you haven't gotten yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a piece of paper and write out on it where you are and where you want to be, and come up with a roadmap on how you're going to get there. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Write out things that you need to do. Don't keep it up in your head. Write it out. Make it happen. Just a tidbit of advice. Of course, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's your life. All right. I got to go. Till next time. Bye-bye. And good luck in your journey.